Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land. I love you, and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Daryl Harden, what's up, brother? Y'all follow Daryl Harden. Follow Daryl Harden. Kasan, blockchain, what up? Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Put where you're from and put that corn in the chat. If you're on YouTube, like the video, comment, subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe. Roll the corn. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Mad Arthur, what up? Louisville, Kentucky. Miss Leah, what up? Texas, Mad Arthur. Kasan, New York. Hit the like button, hit the share button, put where you're from, put the corn in the chat. I ain't try to do that. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. Let's blow this back up. Roll the corn. How do we do that? Let's see. Put the corn in the chat. Let me see, can I get this out of here? Well, I can't take it off today. It's all good. We'll leave that there. Roll the corn. I love you and I'm in love with you. Love you and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Put where you're from, put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from, put the corn in the chat. Claray's Cafe, roll the corn. Now today, I'm gonna talk about this book called The Secrets of the Vatican. The Secret Archives of the Vatican, right? Now the Vatican has literature talking about America. When a lot of these Catholic churches or these explorers and priests and all this stuff came to America, and it talks about a lot of stuff that is speculation, but that we speculated on. But the Vatican is really talking about this stuff that we speculated on, right? About what happened and who came and why they came and did they know where they were going and stuff like that. So we're gonna go through that today, and I'm gonna show y'all some receipts from the Vatican archives, right? LaShawn, what's up? Now this stuff is very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting, right? Y'all pay attention. This stuff is very interesting. Roll the corn. All right, we're gonna start right here. Okay. Roll the corn. May 29, 1537, forbade the enslavement of Indians, regardless of whether or not they were Christians. These Indians, although live outside the bosom of the church, nevertheless have got not been, nor are they be, deprived of their freedom and ownership of their possessions. Since they are human beings and consequently capable of faith and salvation, the following month of the Pope declared against all forms of slavery, stating that the people of color also were very hominis, right? Very hominis. Now, very hominis means free man, I think. Yeah, a true man. True man, right? Now, and affirming that they had the same rights and same duties, civil rights and religious as Europeans. But it was already too late. Slavery was a part of the new economy. The American gold was coming to Europe. American gold was coming to Europe. Tradition said that the first of all, which Columbus had acquired by more or less innocent trading, had been sent to Alexander Borgia along with the copy of the Letter of the Sovereigns, and that he used it to gild the ceilings of Santa Maria Maggiore in Spain. The effect of the new wealth was toxic. There was no need now to develop a better technology or a modern economic system. The real gold of the Indies of the Americas was green. From the continents come maize, the potato, tomato, and legumes, right? Now, roll the corn. Now, as you can see, they used the gold from America to gild, right there, gild the ceilings of Santa Maria Maggiore. Let me show y'all what that is. Now, as you can see, they're talking about sovereignty and all this old sovereignty and all this old church stuff and all this old Roman Catholic Church and Freemasonry and all this stuff. All this stuff comes together with the Roman Catholic Church, right? Now, let's go look at Santa Maria, Maggi. Show y'all what they got over there. There we go. Now, they used the gold from America in Spain and they put it in this building called the Santa Maria. This is what we're talking about right here. Still there today. Show y'all what we're talking about. Let's show y'all this stuff really exists, right? Here we go right there. Make sure y'all know, y'all see what I'm talking about. Santa Maria. See it? They use American gold on the ceilings in this spot. America made Spain the richest continent in the 1500s by taking gold from America. It made them the most wealthiest country on that side of the world. You get it? Gold coming from here, the promised land, the land of milk and honey. Look at all this gold on the ceiling in this building. Look at all the gold on the ceiling in this building. Coming from America, taken back to Spain as it made them rich. Now, so in the 1500s, Spain becomes the richest continent over there because he got all this American gold. Let's go back. Right here. American gold coming to Europe. Right there. Gilded the Santa Maria. Right there. Ceilings of the Santa in Spain. And they also talk about the crops. Right? The real gold of the Indies of the Americas was green gold. Maize, potato, tomatoes, stuff like that. They didn't have none of that. Now let me show you that these people were poor. Let me show you that these people were poor before they brung their ass over here. That's what I want to teach today. You poor motherfuckers. Stop acting like Europe's so grand with all these melanated kings and queens and teaching all that. Them folk were poor. Them folk were poor, y'all. Let's keep going. I don't want to hear nothing about this shit no more after I teach this. Right? Now, Santa Maria, the real gold potato, the new varieties of beans must also have eased the fasting of the clergy. The new varieties of beans from America must also have eased the fasting of clergy. We are feeding priests, rabbis, Roman Catholic preachers. We feeding their ass with beans. They was fasting. They were hungry as hell until they come over here. Right? The kind they had before were the cattle food type. They were eating food that you feed cattle over there. These not the regular people. These the damn priests. You know the regular people was starving. The priests eating the same food the cattle was eating. Now, this is why I be trying to tell all these old so-called, the YT man so powerful. The YT man, he ain't nothing, bro. It's an illusion. He don't have no power. Once the knowledge goes back to the original people, his power is gone. Roll the call. Look at that. These big rich Catholic church preachers eating cattle food. Damn cow eating better than them. Roll the corn. Now, beans from America stop the fasting of the clergy. Clergy is preacher. Word of cattle food. The American plants could have gone far toward abolishing poverty if population had been stable. As it was, they may possible the Industrial Revolution and the new age of urbanization by enabling a smaller fraction of the population to provide food for the rest. And in America, now all is done, save what shall have no end. Now, American beings feeding the clergy, feeding the preachers, feeding the church, don't look like to me y'all ain't got too much of nothing. Y'all still in gold, our food feeding y'all ass. Y'all ain't rich. Y'all ain't powerful. Where is the royal families at? Poor and hungry as a motherfucker. Stop acting like them people so rich and wealthy. Them people were poor 400 years ago. Your people were rich, they were poor. Simple. We was rich off the land. Let me explain something to y'all before I keep going. This is what people don't understand about the world, people. If we know the truth now is selling drugs, if I'm selling high quality marijuana, where do it come from, people? Where the high quality marijuana come from? Where does the cocaine come from? I'm just keeping it real. Where is the opioids coming from? Everything that makes a man rich on the planet come from the earth. Let me say that again. See, because some people not understand what I'm trying to tell them. They just sell dope and don't even understand. Somebody grew that pound you sold. Somebody grew that cocaine you saw. Somebody grew them opioids and them pills you saw. Somebody grew that, big dog. If you knew how to grow it, you might be richer. And I'm just keeping it real. Everything of wealth comes from the land originally. And these people know that. This is what we forgot. We forgot it. They made us forget. Our culture is agro. Egyptian mummies got cocaine and nicotine and marijuana in their system. They already were growing it. We already knew about it. We already had wealth off the land off of it. I'm just keeping it funky. I'm just keeping it real. Ancient trap houses. We are the ancient trappers. Once we give you this and you take it, you a customer. I don't give a damn if you from Europe or Africa. You chew on that coca leaf, you a custo, bro. I'm sorry. Especially if you ain't never experienced it. We got you. But this coming from agriculture. This is not coming from a drug dealer standpoint. This is coming from different styles of agriculture. The dope man can't get rich without agriculture, people. Just like the YT man couldn't get rich without agriculture, people. So while they try to demonize you for selling a little marijuana on the side, they have sold everything come out of the earth to everybody and made billions. Then they demonize you for doing it in the hood. I walk in the gas station in Mississippi, they got half ounces of marijuana selling it in the gas station. Arabs. When my people done it in the hood, we went to jail. See, they know that, people. They play with you like everything we do is demonized. But they do the exact same thing. And it's looked up to. They sold more dope than us. We ain't got no poppy field. We ain't got no cocaine field in Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama. They the one growing it. But we own them first. You must look at it in a world view, not a local view. Have you ever seen a kush field in the middle of Chicago? No. St. Louis? No. You ever see some kush growing in the middle of Mississippi? No. Alabama? No. Where the kush coming from? Who the farmers out there in the West sending it this way? Who owned them farms first? Who created that agriculture, mixed them? See, stop letting them people demonize you. Because they getting rich off of it. I'm sorry. I don't promote this, but on the marijuana side, they get rich off of it and take people to jail in the South for it. And it's right in the gas station. Same shit. Crazy work. Now, poverty of Europeans. Poverty. Hungry as hell, eating American beans, stopped the fasting of the clergy. The church was hungry than a motherfucker. Till they brought their ass over here. Let's keep going. Because they acting like these people so superior. They got the big old Catholic church. There ain't nothing going on. Roll the corn. Now, they talked about the blending of races, right? The third of the church people were presently Latin America, 10th of the priest. Poverty is approaching critical mass. Poverty is approaching critical mass. And so far, the food and the agriculture organization in its Roman palace has not been able to give back to the new world what it once gave to us. They can't give us nothing back. They don't have nothing to give us. All they did was take. All they did was take. They can't offer us nothing back, nothing to help us. All they did was take for their well-being. The Masons, the sovereigns y'all talking about, all these European bloodlines, and all these melanated European kings, these people were barely eating. Because these are the top of the land people over there, not the poor people. The church is the head of everything, and they still was poor. They still was hungry. America saved Europe and Africa, people. I'm telling you what I know. Through ancient times and up in biblical times. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Citizens of the lands in the Catholic faith and in good customs. The same bull he granted the King of Spain, the part of the world west of the famous line of demarcation. We grant those islands, the islands with all dominions, cities and places, to you and your heirs and successors of kings of Castile, right? Here we go right here talking about the papal states to take direction in the new world. The papal states is like the Roman Catholic Church taking over land, right? As it was, the papacy had responsibility without authority in America's spiritual matters. It issued edicts. Spain followed them or not, as it liked. Even the assignments of priests were made by the Council of Indies that was set up in 1524. Columbus, gentle Arawak, taking into slavery. Columbus took Arawak into slavery. Escaped the situation by dying, right? Hoping to save them from the cruelty of the Spaniards, urged the importance of Negroes. Now, that shows you two different people. Columbus took Arawak back to Spain. They come back with African Negroes. Watch this. The Portuguese slave trade had already begun with the importance of Negroes from African colonies. Some were kept in Portugal. Cities of modern Britain's liberal immigration policy say that England Portualizes itself and others sold to Spain. Now, it may been the treatment of the Arawak by Columbus. Now, these are two different people. I thought we was all Africans. He took the Arawak back, came back with one or two damn African slaves. See, they gonna tell on themselves. You just gotta know what to go read. These are two different people. Arawaks and African Negroes. African colonies. Ghana. Two different people. And they know they two different people. So how the hell these same people come back and teach you that all us the same? Arawak are melanated Indians, people. We're not all the same. Let's keep going. Some 50,000 or more years ago, after the giants of the Andes had been thrust up from the bed of the sea of the older Miocene age, for the Andes of recent geologic sense, South America consisted of vast marsh, about 2 million square miles of area which lay between the New Andean Cordillera and Mato Grosso, or what is called modern Brazilian highlands. The land of the high, or Royal Brazil, like the high plateaus of Arizona, Nevada, and Utah, is one of the oldest which has emerged from the primeval sea. Stop right there. That's why I keep teaching y'all the same thing over and over and over again. What's the creation story? What Egypt tell you the creation story was? The first man on the first land come from out of the primordial waters to the primordial mound, or the first primordial land. They tell you the same thing right there. Your ancestors told you the truth. I'm finna break it all the way down. Arizona, Nevada, Utah, the land of high royal Brazil, the oldest which emerged from the primordial sea. That is Noon, that is Tiamat, that is the primordial waters of creation. These people are telling you that America has men from the creation story, right in the Vatican paperwork. You see it. Jeff said, it says one of the first, not the first. Jeff, you don't know what the hell you talking about. Move around, big dog. When they say primordial sea, Jeff, they're talking about the first land, Jeff. Did Egypt tell you that that their ancestors come from the primordial, from under the primordial water to the primordial land? Egypt told you the same thing. It ain't just we know the truth now. Go argue with Egyptians. The Vatican telling your ass, Egypt telling your ass, I'm telling your ass, this is the land of creation. Jeff, you had any common sense, you would know America emerged from under the water 700 million years before Africa. But see, you don't know that. You don't know that. You ain't studied it enough. You just on here trying to talk to me like you got some knowledge. Bro, America is 700 million years older. America came from under the primordial sea 4.24 billion years ago. Guess when Africa did? 3.5. Let's take some elementary math, Jeff. 4.2 subtract 3.5, 700 million motherfucking years older. And you still think man come from Africa. All these damn giants buried over here on the Mississippi River. You think them giants popped out 300-400 years ago? You think Egypt got some giants that came up on the ship and built the pyramid? You ain't put this shit together yet. You ain't figured this shit out yet. You riding by giant mounds every goddamn day going to work. Mound been there 20,000 goddamn years. 50,000 or more years ago, giants, Andes. The Andes in South America, hunter-gatherer. They don't say the Nile, they say the Andes. Read the damn receipt. Get your mind right. Stop letting these white folk tell you this stupid ass shit. We got giants walking around here 50,000 years ago. You talking about goddamn Africa. Where you think the Sumerian giants come from? Where you think the Egyptian giants come from? The Indus Valley giants come from? You lost, bro. Let's keep going. You'll figure it out one day. I love you, know what I mean? Love wish you might figure it out one day. If you don't, you just, your mind, you're fried. That's all. Let's keep going. Now, they're talking about the primordial sea. It's the first savage inhabitants where black is cold. And the Negro kinsmen live in the region of Orinoco. Its parents in Central America, Brazil, then formed a great island separate from the Andes, of flooded lakes and great marshes. The Andes was born of tremendous volcanism and was also the southern part of the ancient Brazilian island. Both vast regions were and are on the earthquake belt. I have spoken in my book, Mysteries of the Ancient South America, the giants who once reigned South America. And in the far-off age of the pre-Inca tribes, our tradition, ancient Mexico, says that the Pyramid of Cholula was built by the antediluvian man, the giant who emerged from the mountain of Tlaloc. He was the sun god of the cross, symbol of the creation of the Atlanteans of old High Brazil, where he and his brother had sought refuge from the great catastrophe that coincided with the ruins of the high. Stop right there. Nigga, the Atlanteans come from here. Did Egypt tell you their ancestors were the Atlanteans? You ain't put it together yet. You still in 1972 with the knowledge. corn. Now, this is the difference. We so older than them people. We had way more knowledge, big dog. We pulled up on primitive people on boats in Africa, bro. You ain't put it together yet. We pulled up on hunter-gatherers that don't even know how to grow nothing. We had already mastered the stars and pyramids and mound building in Timeri, long before Africa and Europe ever was civilized. The Vatican is sitting here telling you the truth. Let's keep going. You're going to figure it out. I pray you figure it out. Now, let's jump back into these Indians. The Cairo tribe in Kansas and the California Indians, very dark, swarthy red, olive colored, some of them bright yellow, bronze colored skins. It is interesting to mention here that the mysterious tribe of Mensinti, portrayed on the ancient Egyptian frescoes, is depicted at the same shade of skin as them people from America. They're talking about these people right here. The Masiti is the same thing as Masinti. Now, on the walls in Europe, they're talking about some type of Timeri looking people. Here go the people right here on with the frescoes in Egypt. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go back. Right there. Tribe of Masinti, portrayed on the ancient Egyptian frescoes, depicted the same shade of skin. America was closely related to the Guanches of the Canary Islands. These giants now. Them people giants. Guanches, tall people. They try to make them white folks. They got big statues of white folks out there. But they're not. Races which inhabit the Atlantic shores of Africa. Now, dolichophalic Caribs, that means Negro heads. Same heads found in the mounds. Same shit Casey Macon be talking about, right here. Right? Here go the people, right here. So they got that same brown color as them Timeri people. Let's keep going. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. The fact of existence of black races among the inhabitants of the lost continent mentioned in the Codex Popol Vuh is of great interest. Great interest, people. Roll the corn. The Popol Vuh relates that after the cataclysm, the former fatherland of Coinchas, one part of the spared population immigrated westward to the Americas and the others eastward, presumably to Europe or to Africa. Perhaps these later immigrants were the forefathers of the Berbers and Tuaregs, they say, right? That in the present African black population, the descendants of some Atlantean black-skinned tribes still exist. Negroes inhabited America not so very long ago. They say some statues of the Indian god of Central America possess typical Negro features, prehistoric monuments. Let's keep going. The Aboriginal Negro tribes inhabited America, like I just showed you. The Autochthonious black race in America were either gradually mixed with Indian ones or became extinct. But the very remote time, Negro or Negroids were numerous in America. Very remote time. That's what they're talking about. Let's go back here. Negro tribes inhabited America not so very long ago. Some statues of the Indian god in Central America possess typical Negro features. Certain prehistoric monuments undoubtedly represent Negroes. We have, for instance, the statue of Teotihuacan in Palenque and a gigantic Negro head carved in granite near the Mexican volcano of Tazila. I have seen a statue of a Negro in that archaeological collection of Mr. Ernesto Franco in Quito, Ecuador. According to the opinion of local archaeologists, the statue is at least 20,000 years old. Now, they talk about autochthonous black races. That word goes right along with Atlantean. That word goes right along with the Atlantean. The Greek used this word with the Atlanteans. Want me to show you? The Greek called these people the same word, right? And they said they were from South America. But people don't study this stuff, right? Only it's Atlanteans, Greek. Watch this. We're going to put it all together. I'm going to pitch it to you. I'm going to put it in your catcher's mitt. You just got to catch it. I'm going to put it in your mitt. You just got to catch it. Now, Greek mythology. Autochthons are beings who sprang directly from the earth, big dog, rather than descending from immigrants. Oh, shit. In the Atlantis myth. Oh, shit. Oh, now we go back to what we know the truth now taught from the door. The first man from the first land, motherfucker, from right here. Right on this. See, you got to know all of this because it go along. You put your steak on the plate, you put your potato, you get your steak salt, you got to put this shit together, make it match. Don't just be talking about, oh, Atlantean, no, fuck all that. Let's go back and get the real truth. We so old, we ain't got no ancestors, big dog. Our ancestor the damn earth. Let me show y'all this one more time. So it's one time for your man now. Beings who sprang directly from the earth. They didn't tell you they came from outer space. They told you they came from the earth. Atlantis myth, primordial couple, Evanor, making their daughter the first true local who became the mother of Atlantis' royal bloodlines. There you go right there. You know who the fuck y'all is over here? Y'all the original royal bloodline. Nigga, we the original royal bloodline. Ain't no royalty ain't for us. Nigga, we created royalty. We created the purple that made royalty. We created the castles, the mounds. We wrote the first bloodlines down. Nigga, that's American culture. It ain't got nothing to do with y'all. When you get bloodlines of kings and queens in Europe, that means we mixed with their ass. Just like I taught y'all. Did I teach y'all that gangster shit? Ain't no queen of England and France and Spain and Sweden without us, hunter-gatherer. Ain't no king in Africa without us. Ain't no motherfucking Mansa Musa without us. Stop leaving us out of the equation because y'all don't know your own goddamn history. You teaching your own people stupid shit. The royal bloodline come from the earth, nigga. Not from no queen of England. Roll the corn. We know the truth. I ain't even gonna keep going in on it. Let's go back into the receipts. Cause these people who trying to tell us this other shit don't know what the hell they talking about. They don't want to see me. Don't want to see me. They gonna keep lying on their page and capping. You don't want to see the truth. You don't want to see the truth. Not with these receipts. African black population, the descendants of some of the Atlanteans. Nigga, we they ancestors. Some of them African black populations descended from Atlantean black skin tribe. We they goddamn ancestors talking about they ours. Y'all better get the hell out of here. Nigga, we did this gangster shit. We took the boat across the world and built shit. Not Africa. I ain't seen an African on a boat in my life. I ain't seen an African on a boat in my 40-something years of life. Unless he was hijacking that motherfucker in the middle of the Red Sea on the movie. We want the boat. Get off the boat. We want $5 million for the boat. That's the only time I seen an African on a goddamn ship, on a movie. We all seen an African on a ship, just out there on, never. We want the boat. We want $8 million for the oil on the boat. Hijacking that motherfucker. We got chopper. We have a little canoe to get on your yacht and take your boat in our waters. You ain't never seen them folks in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean out there just sailing on a yacht? No. Nigga, we out there, we all cross the Florida Keys on yachts. Speed boats, we all out there diving off. These Africans ain't doing none of this shit. They just keep it funky. Keep it real, man. You think in 5,000 BC, Africans got on a boat and brought us civilization? It's the other way around, big dog. The boats are made out of American trees. All the boats in Egypt made out of American trees, juniper trees and oaks and cedars and shit. That shit don't come from over there. Stop playing with our intelligence. We are the divine being that brought knowledge to that area. We irrigated the Nile and turned it into Kemet, the black soil. We had already had black soil in America thousands and thousands and thousands of years before they ever got it. We named Nachal, Mizraim. We named this shit. The giants on the Mississippi River was named Nahonla. That's Nachal. It's the same people. I ain't gonna go that deep today, but some kind of way we they damn ancestors, right? Aboriginal Negro tribes inhabited America. Okay, let's keep going. Roll the coin. The Otto. Y'all screenshot this. Go research the Atlantean with that word right there. It says melanated races in America, and go see what them people is over there in Europe and Africa. Egypt, Sumerians, Atlanteans, Phoenicians. Go research that word with Atlantean, and you know they melanated from America. Then come back and holler at me. Then you'll understand the truth. Negroes, Negroids. Right there. Go check that out for me. That's the study for the day. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. There, I saw many representatives of the local Negro tribe, the Saramacas, which lives all by itself, and the local Negro, ruled by his own chief, the Saramacas. The Saramaca man. Negro in the New World. You hunter-gatherers. Man, y'all already know we was over here. Stop playing, man. Man, this shit's like cake. This is like taking cake from a baby, Vatican. Look here, Vatican. You hunter-gatherers. Truth now gonna break that shit down on his own on y'all ass. Y'all better sit in the hit squad over here. Because I'm finna expose all you hunter-gatherers, all you Moors, Spanish, all you all this old mixed blood and line and paperwork. I'm finna expose all this shit. Roll the coin. Negro in the New World. Saramacas. Oh, okay. We get it. Yeah. Y'all telling on yourself. I'm gonna get the receipts. Let's keep going. The daughter of Atlantis, right? Watch this. They believe that the Egyptian borrowed from the Atlanteans, their god Osiris, an idea of existence of the soul after their god Osiris of the soul after death. The astral double was known to the Egyptians as the word Ka. Ka and Ba. Ka and Ba. Ka and Ba. Got that from the Atlanteans. Ka in Egypt is what? See, we're going to get to the truth. Ka and Ba. Ka. Hebrew symbol for hay. It's the same thing. Here go Ka right here, the symbol. In Egypt, on the wall with your hands up, it's just like hay in Paleo Hebrew. Ka. The Atlanteans taught Africa Ka. What is Ka? We know the truth now. So everybody talking about this bullshit. Ka is spirituality. Vital life force and spiritual double. Ka. Ka is spiritual, Ba is the body. Simple. Who taught them folks that shit? The spirit, if the mummy was ever dead, the spirit of Ka. We taught them folks spirituality. Let's go back. Talking about talking about what Africa done for us. Nothing. And I ain't trying to diss Africa. I'm just teaching it the way it's supposed to be taught. The Ka and the Ba, Kabbalah, Kemet, Black, all that shit come from us. Roll the coin. Where my receipt at? Where the Ka at? Bring the Ka around. Roll the coin. The astral double was known to the Egyptians as Ka. But watch this. They believed that the Egyptians borrowed from the Atlanteans. Osiris, the resurrection of the corn mummy, that come from us. Yeah, like I taught it, just like I taught it. And the idea of existence of soul after death. The spirit going into the afterlife come from us. That's why I show y'all the Mississippian artifacts with the split of the split of the soul getting judged on the Mississippian artifacts. Same thing the Egyptian was using. Now, known as the Egyptians, the Ka. And it's interesting to note that the Book of the Dead probably also borrowed from the Atlanteans. Indicates that the land of Amenti, or the Adobe of the Souls, was situated far away to the west from Egypt, beyond the Pillars of Hercules. Stop right there. We know the truth now. This is when the knowledge get deep. Let me break this down. I'm freestyling now. I ain't even write these bars down. I'm just gonna freestyle these bars because I already know this stuff. Kentia Mentor is the chief of the West, nigga. Go look it up. The land of Amenti is the West, beyond the Pillars of Hercules. That means you come out of the Mediterranean Sea, keep going, you hit Timeri head on, big dog. It's not even on their land. That's why the Egyptians told you their ancestors come from primordial waters and mounds in the West. The land of Amenti is the underground burial of our ancient ancestors. This is what they say is under the pyramids, right? In Egypt. The land of Amenti. Kentia Mentor. Let me show you what his real name. Let me show you what his name is in Egypt. And show you what it means. Kenti, hold on, a mentor. Let's show the people who he really is when he got to Egypt. Because y'all think Egypt the beginning of the knowledge. Hell no. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Kentia Mentor is Osiris. Interesting. Okay. What's his name? The chief of what? Westerners? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Doop. Doop, 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 doop. Osiris is the chief of the Westerners. Why they calling Osiris a chief? I thought he was a pharaoh. see all this bullshit? They talking about some Indian shit the whole time. This nigga the chief of the goddamn Westerners. We know the truth now. The knowledge came from the West. The damn knowledge came from the West. The knowledge of thought, the knowledge of thought is the knowledge of sickness. That's the knowledge of thought. Thought sits at the fork rows of the souls. He judges the souls. Now I get it. Ancestors done downloaded it on me. I'm 100% loaded now. Whoever wants smoke, it's over. I'm loaded. I'm fully loaded. I'm fully loaded. This is a Mississippian artifact with the path of souls, the fork in the road, right there. The sickness teaching judges souls to go left or right. This is from Alabama, from Moundville. It's the same teaching as the path of souls of Thoth coming out of a mound in the middle of Alabama. I'm fully loaded. Don't nobody want no smoke. I'm 99.999% loaded. All I need now is the rest of the receipts because I got the information already there. Let's keep going. Egyptians got that from us. We are the first Egyptians. Let's keep going. Ka and Ba, body and soul. Now, for you niggas on the internet talking about the body is a meat suit, the soul is everything. Nigga, it's Ka and Ba. The soul go with the body. They just as important as the body is just as important as the soul. You can do things with your soul in this physical body to change your people's soul and body. See, that's what you don't understand. Your soul and body together could help souls and living beings. You are the most divine thing ever. Don't you ever in your life diss the body. Talking about this a meat suit. This meat suit could change the goddamn world and change the spirit and the feelings of our people. The spiritual and the physical of our people. Don't you leave one of them out because your ancient ancestors told you Ka and Ba, nigga. Not no damn Ka by itself. Y'all just make up shit y'all want to sound cool. We not making nothing up. We got to go off what they taught you, bro. When you take that out of the teaching, that shit becomes personal. And it ain't right, bro. Somebody need to tell y'all that. Get your personal feelings out of ancient ancestor business, nigga. You talking about some 2026 tight pants wearing ass bullshit. Listen to me. It ain't got nothing to do with the ancestors. You just making shit up on the internet, tight pants and tight ass shirts. Get out of here with that. That's some new model shit. We old school over here. Roll the corn. Listen. Now, watch this. To affirm the Andean origin, Andean is in South America, origin of the pre-Egyptian art, Richard Marsh found the virgin forest of Mato Grosso. Mato Grosso, the remains of the culture, very similar to the early Egyptians, and an identical discovery was made in Venezuela. Now, they said the pyramids of Mato Grosso, the remains of a culture very similar to the early Egyptians. Let me show y'all what they got out there today. Mato Grosso. Here you go right here. Brazil. Look what they got out there. Acting like it's some white folk built pyramids. Acting like it's some type of resort. Oh, we built these pyramids for a resort. We just gonna put some new facing on it. And act like we gonna go out there and drink some margaritas, right? Y'all ain't built that shit. Mato Grosso pyramids are just like the step pyramids of Doja. Same build. Y'all put that bullshit out there acting like it's a resort. Look at all these old huts and charging niggas $100 a night. Airbnb ass pyramid. Y'all motherfuckers in Airbnb the pyramid. Look. Protocol. We know the truth now. Now, a hunter-gatherer will be like, truth now, there ain't no real pyramid. They just built that. They just built that in the 80s. Nigga, shut up. How they built it in the 80s and it's in the Vatican book? How the hell they built it in the 80s and they talking about the pre-Egyptians got the same shit as Mato Grosso? Pre-Egyptian from South America. Yeah, I get it. Let me give you my theory. We left the Mississippi River. We went to Utah, Nevada, Grand Canyon, built up some more shit. Yeah. Hunter-gatherers started coming. We started moving on down south. People from the Mississippi River were going through the Natchez Trace to Mexico, and they was coming from Utah, Nevada, Grand Canyon area coming on down to Mexico. Then you hit Mexico and build pyramids. By that time, it was pyramid time. Right? Big pyramids. Cause see, as you go deeper into South America, pyramids start popping up everywhere. Olmec, ancient Mexico pyramids, Tula. Then you get down to the Andean. This when them big pyramids pop out. South America. There's pyramids up here in North America too, but they ancient. They tore them down. I just read about a pyramid in the Carolinas. I mean, at Lookout Mountain. Lookout Mountain over there in Tennessee and Georgia. They tore that motherfucker down. They tore it down and made chimneys out of it. Ancient pyramid, Lookout Mountain. Facts. I got the receipts. But anyway, pre-Egyptians. Now, we had already went all the way around North and South America before we even went to Egypt. We had already went around and built North and South America before we even went to Egypt. That's how long we had already walked the land, people. Nigga, we came all the way from the Mississippi River all the way through the Grand Canyon, all the way to Nevada. And you just heard the man say Utah and Nevada got ancient kings born from the earth. We had already walked north and south in Canada and South America before we even went to Africa. By the time we got to Africa, we pulled up on primitive people. Primitive people. We were the Atlanteans they talked about. We were the knowledgeable people. We left South America and went to the east side of Africa. Now, let's keep going. Oh, Africa. By the time we left South America, Africa existed then. It existed then. We had already been on this land for forever. See, cinnamon. Land produces man, right? Land produces man. This land produced our people. That land produced they people. So when a time comes that there are people living primitive over there and we're advanced, we pull up on them and we meet each other. So they try to tell us all us come from Africa, but all us come from land masses. That's why they want to teach Pangea, right? That's why they want to teach Pangea. It's not about them being primitive today. We ain't trying to, you know, we know what Africa is. But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. You have to be able to explain how Africa got knowledgeable spots over there, like Egypt and Samaria, Indus Valley. How did that get there? Right? This is what I'm trying to teach. How did that knowledge get to that area? We took it there. Then they start writing about these gods that come on the water. They're talking about us. Right? So we got to explain history. We just can't say Africa a piece of... No, we ain't going to do that. We just going to explain how we brought greater civilization to Africa. Let's keep going. That's what I'm saying. We gave them civilization. Now, American antiquities and press is puzzled by the evidence resembles prehistoric buildings of Mexico. But let's keep going. Now, at that spot in Mato Grosso, mysterious community of ziggurats. Ziggurats. Do what I want y'all to understand. What ancient culture built ziggurats on that side of the world? Put it in the chat. We got ancient ziggurats and pyramids in Brazil. The Sumerians. The Sumerians built ziggurats. Now, where do you think they come from? Why are ziggurats and pyramids sitting older than Egypt right there in Brazil? That they redone and made it something else. We are the ancestors of them people. You get it? That's why I be trying to show y'all these certain words they be using, ziggurats. Big, tall, square mound that you can go in. Ziggurats, tails, mounds. A new model mound, right, is a ziggurat. A tumulus. A tumulus. So why are these ziggurat building so-called aliens popping up? They come from here. They're not aliens. They're just tens of thousands of years more advanced than these other people. Might be 100,000 years more advanced than these people. The evolution of man take 300 million years, that's what they say. We was from under the water 700 million years before Africa. So that means our people was fully loaded, overly loaded by the time Africa come out the water. You get it? Super advanced. We have been here so much longer than them. Right? Let's keep going. The crowning architectural achievement is a monumental step pyramid designed 63 by 63 meters and the height of 63 meters. The step design inspired by the ancient Egyptian pyramid of Doja. It is intended to be a multifunctional quantum research center in Brazil. Why is it inspired after the pyramid of Doja? That's a lie. This is when they start lying, right? They want to teach you that it's a new pyramid built in the footsteps of Doja from Africa. But the truth is, the Vatican book just showed you, this one in Mato Grosso is older than Egypt and is built the same way as the Pyramid of Doja in Saqqara, Egypt. But now they're trying to act like they built it. Like it's a new building. That's why they put all that new shit on it, right? Let me look up something real quick. Something I just thought. Because it makes perfect sense. Make perfect sense. Y'all stick with me. It's a couple more receipts I got to show y'all today. Couple more receipts. Now, this pyramid in Brazil is 63 feet. 63 feet, right? A square mastaba, 63 by 63 meters. This one is 63 by 63, people. They told you it was 63 by 63, right? Let's go look at the pyramids of Doja in Africa. Same thing. Do what they don't want to teach you. It's the same math for building, people. Pyramid of Doja is 63 by 63. Now, why in the hell that pyramid in South America and Brazil got the same measurements as the pyramid on the Nile? See, that type of shit can't be debunked. So you can say all you want to say about Africa and America and thinking now, bro. You can't debunk that. Ain't no way in the hell that pyramid built with the same base and the same height on that side of the world and on this side of the world. And this one is older, and they turned it into a damn Airbnb, a resort, a hotel. You can't debunk it, bro. That's ancient knowledge, right? It's ancient math, bro. That's divine math. Before I go on, let me show y'all this. Roll the coin. Sacred architecture, 63 meters wide, right? Now, guess what else is 63 meters wide? The cathedrals. Now we get into some whole new knowledge. The cathedrals, the St. John the Divine Cathedral, 63 by 63, big dog. You get it now? Them ain't no Tartarians. Them our people. Same people built that pyramid in Brazil, built that pyramid in Saqqara and the Nile, built these damn old buildings with the 63 by 63 measurements. That is divine sacred architecture. See, one thing you can't hide is math and astrology. You can't hide it. You can't hide sickness. You can't hide the royal cubit, the building style. You can't hide it, bro. You can name it a church all you want, but the measurement, divine math and divine astrology and divine crops and divine irrigation, you can't hide it. Once our people learn it again, you can't hide it no more, you hunter-gatherer. It's over for you. That's what Freemasonry does, hide divine knowledge. They use divine knowledge against us. This what Freemasons and shit is for. That's why I don't fuck with this shit. How you gonna hide it from the people that created it? You lost your damn mind. Now, let's keep going. Roll the coin. Let's go here. The fact that Columbus took with him on the first voyages an interpreter who was a converted Jew and skilled in Hebrew. There you go right there in the Vatican. Now watch this. Now we finna get deep because somebody was talking shit to me the other day about the Indus Valley civilization. Why are you bringing Hebrews over here to talk to Hebrews, huh? I know it. But somebody was talking shit to me the other day about Indus Valley. Let me break that down for you, big dog. I hope you went live. Here you go right here. A fragment of supporting evidence comes from paleobotany. See, paleobotany. You see that? Paleobotany. Let's stop right there. Paleobotany goes along with Paleo-Hebrew and Paleo-Indian. Paleobotany is ancient crops that do not supposed to be where they at. See, you got to know all of this shit. You got to know the paleobotany. You got to know the paleo languages. You got to know the Paleo-Indian culture. Then you see your real culture. So y'all start studying paleobotany. It's showing you plants that don't supposed to be in Africa at the time they found them. It shows you plants that are not supposed to be in China when they found them. They come from the southeast. They come from the Mississippi River. Why the fuck are they in the middle of Europe? That's paleobotany. This is the part of the knowledge a lot of our people don't study. I'm master in paleobotany because I know pineapples and corn and goddamn juniper trees do not come from Africa. Y'all can quit calling it the Holy Land of Arabs. That's our shit. Because paleobotany taught me that. You cannot lie about where shit is from. Give you an example, Tanya? I love, you know what I mean, love with you. I got a perfect example for you, Miss Tanya. Here you go right here. Paleobotany says cotton is not from the Indus Valley. Watch this. The fragments supporting evidence come from paleobotany. The same variety of cotton was cultivated in both in Peru and in the Indus Valley in 2500 BC. Since cotton seed is killed by seawater, that means it couldn't float over there in the ocean. Somebody bought that shit. It may indicate intercontinental contact somewhere back in the megalithic age that seems less primitive the more we learn about it. That's paleobotany. Paleobotany tells you cotton is from America. Indus Valley sit east of Samaria, going into the Europe part, like right between the Middle East and Europe, there's Indus Valley. It's a big river right there. Our people settled there too. Yeah. Cotton is right there from Peru. Same seed, same paleobotany. How is Peru cotton, Egyptian cotton, they call it today? Them Egyptian cotton sheets y'all got on y'all damn bed. That shit don't supposed to come from Egypt. Somebody took that over there. Paleobotany says citrons, lemons, and oranges come from over here. But they're in the Holy Land with the Phoenicians and the so-called Hebrews. She said, I'm laying on Egyptian cotton right now in the bed. Roll the Roll the cotton, man. Let me get some water. Roll the corn. Roll the cotton. Roll the cotton. Cause roll the cotton on your king size bed. That don't come from over there. We cultivated that over there. Now, when I do the paleobotany, I find citron trees, palm trees, oranges, lemons, Phoenicians buried in orange groves with oranges all over their mound. Orange Mound, Tennessee, same type of shit. Phoenicians buried in the Mediterranean Sea with oranges on top of their mounds. Oranges don't come from there. That means somebody from here brought orange seeds, and when they passed away, they buried them in an orange grove in a mound. Now we got Orange Mound in Tennessee that always been there. Ain't number melanated people in Orange Mound, Tennessee. Now, it's the same thing, people. See, when how you play with your mind, it's the same thing. Now, I have found over 60 different things that come from America in Egypt, in Samaria. There's a connection, people. You cannot go against paleobotany. That's the way the world works. It's the truth. It don't lie to you. Nature don't lie, people. See, a man can lie, a woman can lie, a book can lie. A group of African teaching niggas can lie. The earth don't lie. The stars and the earth don't lie. That's why people believe in the star alignment, because it always line up the same way every year. It don't lie. The earth always gonna produce. If I learn how to make it produce, it's gonna produce and feed me every year. The earth don't lie. The earth got my back. The earth not gonna, it's not gonna turn its back on us. Cause we, well, like they just showed you, we was born from the earth. The earth is made perfectly for our balance and harmony to survive. This is why you melanated. The earth made you melanated. Because the earth already know you're going to have to stay in the sun to be a living being on this planet. So if the earth made you brown skinned motherfuckers perfect. It made you perfect. Don't you never downplay your skin or your body or your kinky black hair. Don't you ever do that. That's made perfect for survival on this planet. You're not no damn alien. If you was an alien, the sun would be burning your ass up. You couldn't be breathing oxygen. Your head would be the size of a damn car tire. You're not no alien. You come from Mother Earth. She birthed you perfect in her image. Your heart pumped like the core of the earth. The same way the water pumped through the rivers, your blood pumped through the vessels and the rivers in your veins, nigga. Your heart is the core of the earth. If the core of the earth dies, people, and then we die. See, that's what you don't understand. The core of the earth is a heartbeat. We keep letting these white folks play with the earth, they're going to stop the heartbeat, and it's over with for everybody. If your heart stopped beating, what happened to you? You out of there. That's why you are put here to protect nature. We got to stop the hunter-gatherers from fucking up nature, people. Because they're going to go so far thinking they some type of God, digging down in the earth, shooting shit up in the sky, and they're going to fuck something up and throw some balance off. And you don't want the core of the earth to stop pumping. It's over with. The planet going to die, and we're going to die right with it. That's what they don't want to teach you. It's our duty to stop them people. We are the first stewards of the land. It ain't Africans. See, I sit here and teach y'all all this shit, but y'all we got much responsibility. Us. We are original stewards of the land. We must stop all evil against nature. So we got a big responsibility. It just ain't, I ain't just on here teaching y'all who y'all is for nothing. We got a responsibility to stop these hunter-gatherers from fucking the earth up. And running the gas prices up. And running up the oil and running up the food prices and taking trees and burning up land and building shit on top of mounds. We got to stop these people. We have a responsibility to the earth. That is the real covenant, people. You think the covenant come out the Bible? The covenant come from man, learns from nature, then he teaches other man nature things. That's the real covenant. It ain't no covenant of God, it's a covenant of nature. They got the covenant of God from the covenant of nature. Man is birthed from the planet to be a steward of the land. Where do you think the Bible got that from? Roll. Roll the call. Now, let's go into biblical times real quick. Let's go into biblical. The first Hebrews are stewards of the land, people. Ain't no religion. They're just stewards of the land. That's where the religious Hebrews get it from. When you study it like that, you understand the truth. Right? Stop when you hear a Hebrew or Paleo Hebrew, don't think of the Bible. Think of nature and agriculture. When you hear Hebrew, don't think of the Abrahamic religion. Don't do that. You think of dirt, plows, horses pulling plow, cow pulling plows, hand plows, ancient field work. That's what you better think of when you think of Hebrew. That's why your great grandma and them were farmers. Do you get it? The first farmers were Hebrews. And they damn sure they started in Africa. Because our whole existence come off a farm in southeast of America. We wouldn't even be here one for your grandma growing all that shit out there feeding you. That's why you big and healthy and beautiful and smart today. Go back and look at where your grandma and them, your great grandma and them come from. Right off the farm in the middle of nowhere. Mississippi, Alabama. Yeah. You know why? Them the real Hebrews. Their ancestors are the mound builders who built the first farms in the world. I'm telling you what I know. Let's keep going. Now let's get into the biblical side of this. And I'm going to show y'all what these biblical people, the Vatican already knew what was going on with these biblical people. Let's look at that. Roll the coin. Now, watch this. The Queen of Sheba sailed out of the Mediterranean Sea into the Atlantic, 95 degrees to the westward by easy passage. She had found the land called Sapanzo, Penzin. They want to say it's Japan. Cap, Japan is not to the west of the Atlantic Ocean. Stop fucking playing. Fertile and abundant, whose extent surpassed Africa and Europe. Queen Sheba left the Mediterranean westward and came to a fertile and abundant land. They try to say it's Japan, but that land surpassed Africa and Europe in abundance. Queen Sheba. This is Queen Sheba. This is the real Queen Sheba, not the fake one. Now we finna get biblical. Yeah, I'm finna get biblical now and explain what the hell these people talking about. What is Queen Sheba looking for? What's she looking for? Let me show you what she was looking for. Queen Sheba, what the hell was you looking for? Why you on the ocean in the Atlantic, big dog? Let's go see. Sheba, you went to the west to find what? Damn, Sheba. Shit. She was going to Jerusalem to seek out King Solomon. Oh my God. Wisdom with difficult questions to see his magnificent palace in the temple in Jerusalem. I'm a bad motherfucker, man. I'm telling you. I'm a threat to the white folk society, the Moor society, because they don't want you to know them. Sheba. Now, Miss Sheba, Miss Sheba had some type of the first blood of the Jews. She was mixed with our people from Phoenicians and Cretans. And see, these people are mixed with us from ancient times. They know the old stories. Now, Sheba, you in the Mediterranean Sea. She had a baby with him too, Claray? Sure the hell did. Now, Sheba, if you already in the Mediterranean Sea, y'all Jerusalem right there. Why do you travel west on the Atlantic to go to Jerusalem? And Jerusalem right there off the coast of the Mediterranean, you ain't have to go nowhere, Sheba. Sheba know that ain't the real Jerusalem. Sheba got on the boat to go find her man. Fuck that bullshit. My man. Where my man at? King Solomon, he over there in the west. Load the ship up, nigga. We gotta go see the real Jerusalem. Sheba said, my man is not over here. His ass over there. Load up the ship in the, what year this is, Sheba? Come on now. Give me some dates, because this shit is crazy. Roll the card. Give me a date. I think it's I don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing. Y'all know how I roll. 950. Wisdom of King Solomon in Jerusalem, 950 BCE. But where is Sheba? Like, it do the timeline match up. I'm just trying to see the timeline match up. That's all, y'all. Y'all know how I am. I got to do some more studying on it. I ain't through studying it, y'all, but we going to study this shit together. Y'all work with me, because something ain't right. Let's go back. Now, Sheba, this friend had lent him a Hebrew document from the papal library which said that Solomon's time, it was believed that the Queen of Sheba had sailed out of the Mediterranean to the Atlantic there, 95 degrees westward of the passage, right? Fertile and abundant land surpassed Africa and Europe. Now, Columbus knew about these expeditions. Columbus knew about it after Sheba and them, right? Let's go look. The Queen of Sheba, known as Makeda in Ethiopian tradition of Bilquis in the Quran, is famed for her grand journey to Jerusalem to test the wisdom of King Solomon with riddles. Now, I hate to be like my boy in Memphis. Shout out to the old boy they be teaching from Memphis. Makeda cookies. Young Dolph, Makeda cookies, that shit kind of deep, but that's wild. But anyway, this shit is crazy. Now, we ain't gonna get into that, but I watched this video, I was like, whoa, you do got a point, my boy. Let's keep going. Now, Sheba is Makeda, right? She went to Jerusalem to test the wisdom of King Solomon with riddles. Her legend connects multiple continents and continues to captivate scholars and travelers alike. Multiple continents. Biblical now. This shit is biblical. Let's keep going. Sheba returned home pregnant with Solomon's baby, starting a royal dynasty that lasted a millennia. Damn. The Sabaeans were masterful tribes of frankincense and myrrh. The same shit the Egyptians were getting from Punt or America, frankincense and myrrh, along the ancient incense route. Their capital, Marib, featured an engineering marvel known as the Marib Dam. Damn. Sheba came for knowledge and came back full of baby. It started a royal bloodline. She went to Jerusalem. The temple of, that's wild. That's wild, bro. I gotta do some more studying on that. Yeah, she meant to get pregnant. Bo, yeah, she went over there and got, yeah, I'm gonna go get pregnant. I'm gonna have the royal bloodline, baby. I ain't with y'all niggas y'all Africans. No, we're gonna get the royal bloodline, baby. Roll the coin. History is funny and it's real, bro. This shit is deep. Like, that what Cleopatra did too. This stuff is deep. It's amazing. When you get to learning the real deal, this stuff is amazing, right? Now, Queen of Sheba, according to Jewish and Islamic traditions, the ruler of the kingdom of Sabah, or Sheba, in southwestern Arabia. In the biblical account of the reign of King Solomon, she visited the court and had a camel of caravan bearing gold, jewels, and spices. The story provides evidence of an existence of an important commercial relations between ancient Israel in southern Arabia, according to the Bible. Now in the Bible, it's telling you she leaving Arabia, going to right there up the street to Jerusalem, the biblical Jerusalem. But in the old books in the Vatican, she got on the Mediterranean Sea. Right there. And crossed the Atlantic to go to Israel. See how they lie to you? See, that's why a lot of people try to be saying the Bible fake and it's just a white man book and it's made up. But these ain't no damn white people. That's why I never listen to y'all. Y'all didn't study it enough to understand what the fuck was going on. This our history. This how our bloodlines got to Africa. This make perfect sense. Now, if I just burn the whole Bible up, just because a white man stamped it a couple hundred years ago, that don't mean it's his history. I'm really just being a nigga. Oh, fuck the Bible. Nah, you can't do that. Anybody with a brain knows them people ain't got no royal history. I told y'all our bloodlines built the royalty in Europe. Didn't I teach y'all that? That's what the Bible talking about. Yes, the royal bloodline comes from the first man from earth. The first man from earth came from Mary. That's the original royal bloodline. When they talking about they looking for the bloodline of Jesus, they talking about the bloodline that run through your veins right now in America. Talking about they gonna trace it back. Trace it back to the dirt over here off the Mississippi River. That's where you gonna trace it to. And they know that. They just playing with you. In the Da Vinci Code, the movie, they were trying to trace back the blood of Virgin Mary. The blood of Jesus. What they were looking for in Da Vinci Code? Going to the old cathedrals and churches, pulling up shit. They really did that, people. You think they're just a movie? They just made it entertaining. But the Da Vinci Code really is showing that Mary bloodline is the first royalty on the planet. It just made it entertaining for white folks. When they really trace it, they come right back over into them American mounds on the Mississippi River. You think them people ain't matched them bones out the mounds with the Egyptians and the Sumerian shit? You done lost your mind. The first Chinese and you think they ain't did that shit yet? They been done it. Shit been over with. They been knew who you was. Roll the corn. They been knew who you was. We just breaking the code right now. Now let's keep going. Let me get this last receipt to you. Now, Columbus read the book of Esdras. I told y'all that nigga read that book of Esdras about so-called Jewish people, Israelites, getting kicked out of the Middle East and sent back home. He read that book. This is the book that was taken out of the Bible, the book of Esdras, talking about Arzareth. Arzareth is Mary in biblical terms. Columbus, them, and the Queen of Spain, them read them damn books because it happened before them. And they knew where the promised land was. Why the hell you think they came this way? They already knew it. The literature that was written already showed them where the promised land was at. The land of milk and honey. They already knew it, people. Columbus read the book of Esdras. That's the hidden books of the Bible. Esdras told Columbus what he wanted to hear. He estimated of the Earth's relative proportion of land and water and made it seem that the Atlantic would be conveniently narrow. Even Prince Henry the Navigator, in his research Institute of Sagres, found some of the inspiration and motivation in the legend of Esdras, the hidden part of the Bible. Prince Henry the Navigator. Let's keep going. The route around Africa was to lead not only to the prosperity of Oriental trade, but to the kingdom of Prester John and to the gardens of the high point of the world. The kingdoms of Pastor John and the gardens of the high point of the world. Here's Pastor John. Right here. Here's Pastor John. Right? Roll the coin. Here's Pastor John, the kingdoms of Pastor John. Let's go look at the story real quick. I want y'all to understand what these people are talking about. Pastor John, famous medieval myth about wealthy, powerful Christian priest king who supposedly ruled an exotic kingdom in the East. Mythical ruler, utopian, captivated European imagination, drove global exploration, and sparked actual diplomatic quest. So a story about a man called Prester John being wealthy and powerful and some kind of ruler began circulating around Europe, allegedly written by Prester John himself in address to the Byzantine Empire King Manuel. The text solidified the legend. Wealth and harmony. Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. We're finna get deep now. We're finna get deep. Watch this. Now, let me show y'all what we're looking at. This is how I say he looked. I gotta let y'all read this while I read it, because you gotta understand what we're looking at. This shit deep. Now, according to the fabricated letter, they say, Prester John, the three Indias, was a utopian paradise and military powerhouse. Wealth and harmony. The land was described as flowing with milk and honey, brimming with gold, gemstones, and a fountain of youth, and free from poverty, crime, and venomous beast. He reportedly ruled over 72 tributary kings. His subject indicted not just Christians, but also pagans, Jews, mythical creatures, giants, and dog-headed humanoids. Pastor John was a devoted Christian, they say. He and his armies intended to march to Jerusalem to defeat the enemies of the cross. Now, this is a story floating around Europe about Prester John, the wealth and harmony of the land of milk and honey. They talking about America. This is a holy man from America. But I don't think they're talking about religion. I think the Europeans took it as religion. But this Pastor John dude, Prester John, was over here living in harmony, brimming of gold and gemstone, had a fountain of youth, the land of milk and honey. Early medieval explorers believed that the kingdom of the Central and Asia, the famous travelers of Marco Polo, actively searched for him. The travelers of Marco Polo searched for this story of Prester John. When the Asian kingdoms were not found, the legend migrated south. They didn't find it in Asia. By the 15th, 16th centuries, Portuguese explorers associated the myth with the ancient isolated Christian kingdom of Ethiopia. Didn't find it there. Prester John never existed. His legend had a profound impact on world history. The desire to find his lost Christian kingdom forged an alliance against Muslim empires and established trade routes directly motivated European maritime expansion, notably the Age of Discovery. Now, whether he lived or not, don't even matter, right? It don't even matter. Whether he lived or not don't matter, because we know mythology runs a lot of history, right? But what is driving these people to look for the kingdom of Prester John? The land of milk and honey, gold flowing to the brim, food growing naturally in the woods. See, it's bigger than Prester John. It's just a story. If he lived or he didn't live, it really don't matter. What did he represent? That's what you got to start to understand. He represented wealth, spirituality, gold, the land of milk and honey, food, gold, beautiful land, mountains, pure water, beautiful animals. They call them beasts. Now, this is what Columbus Nim is looking for, big dog. This story has become a legend in Europe. Now, they looking for it. Right? The route around Africa. Kingdom of Prester John and his gardens at the high point of the world. Columbus don't want that. The Book of Estrus. Atlantic would be conveniently narrow. The Atlantic Ocean. That's why they bringing their ass over here looking for the Holy Land, people. They know it's not over there. Let's keep going. Now, the Book of Estrus, the third day of creation. Great rivers and maximum mountains. Trees, fountains, birds, things never seen till now in America. My mind, Lord, weeps for joy. Tall pine trees that touch the sky. Nightingales and cotton. Let's stop right there. See? See? This shit is deep, y'all. Now, I'm going to finish that, but y'all stick with me because I'm tripping. I'm tripping right now. I'm set tripping. I'm set tripping right now. When you go to the land of milk and honey, who are the people there? The originals. The original Paleo Hebrew Indians. Because that's where y'all teaching come from in the Bible, right? The land of milk and honey, where them people at. The original spiritual people. Ain't that what they teach you in the Bible? Shit, common sense. Now, look at how Europeans are talking about America as he writes back to the kingdom of Spain. Listen. Great rivers, maximum mountains, trees, fountains, birds, things never seen till now. My mind, Lord, weeps for joy. Tall pines that touch the sky, and nightingales and cotton. And in November, there are trees that flower. In November, people, like May upon the mountains and the plain, spices and precious metals exist, and little rivers that bring with them gold. He sees the future of the new country. The plains where walled cities could be built. Its wide cultivated lands is ports of commerce. They know the importance of America, people. I told y'all they were poor before they got their ass over here. Facts. Roll the corn. As he writes with almost fatherly pride of the people of the new lands, although they are nude, they are clean. I cannot tell you of their pleasantness. They live in peace together. They do no wrong. This is what Columbus said about the people in the islands when he made it. Where are the barbaric people at? They clean, right? They pleasant. They live in peace together. They do no wrong. This was your culture before they got their ass over here. Now you're talking about niggas ain't shit. Niggas killing everybody, niggas running around. Now you talk like that, like they talk. Well, boy, in the beginning, before all this old materialism and bullshit came over here and all these guns and drugs and evil spirits and all these old niggas ain't shit today, but boy, 400 or 500 years ago, you lived in total peace, nigga. You forgot your history? Don't let them people tell you no evil, violent people. They put materialism and all this shit on your land. They brought the evil to your land. Now you live like them. You greedy. You don't care nothing about your own people or your own nothing. You greedy. They put that on your, that's the mark of the beast. In the old books it said evil, you being around evil people puts evil shit on your brain and in your heart. That's the mark of the beast they speak of. It ain't the mark of the beast in the, it's the mark of evil people around you that do evil things, that influence our people to do evil things like them. Robbing and stealing is not our culture. They the ones that robbed and stole and got rich. Then now you see the after effect of them getting rich. Now you want to rob and steal and think you finna come up because you watching the devil. You cosplaying the devil. You cut them for the money. Just like them. Everything about money, just like them. You ain't got no money, you ain't shit. Who taught you that? Your grandma ain't teach you that. Your grandma ain't teach you ain't got no money, you ain't shit. My grandma ain't never taught me that. My grandma ain't never woke up and said, we ain't got no money, we ain't shit. Let's go kill ourselves. Let's go rob, steal, and kill. She ain't never done that. The white man told you that shit. They culture taught you that. Your great grandmama and them had $5 or $10, nigga, and we ate good that whole day. We had cookies and cheese and goddamn lunch meat and hog head sauce, whatever we had to get through the day. We had $10. 10 niggas ate. She didn't tell you to go steal and kill, though. She didn't tell you wasn't shit because we ain't had no motherfucking money and food, nigga. The white man taught you that. He taught you if you ain't got no mansion and no big ass Mercedes Maybach or May outside, you ain't shit. He taught you that. Your people ain't teach you that. In the May. Fuck the CA. Yeah, roll the coin. White man taught us that shit. We don't know nothing about no May. Till recently. It ain't our culture. Who taught you if you ain't got no money, you ain't shit? Who taught the women if the man ain't got no money to take her ass to goddamn the Cancun, he ain't shit? Who taught y'all that? Who taught you that? The white man taught you that shit. European culture taught you that shit. I ain't gonna say the white man. European culture taught you that shit. Niggas ain't shit. European culture taught you that shit. Because when I go back into the old books, niggas everything. They built whole pyramids together. They sat there and mapped the stars out together, grew the crops, fed the children together. European culture taught us evil, people. Jealousy, envy, competition against our own people. They culture taught us that. That's their culture. My house bigger than yours. I'm bigger and better than you. I got my bankroll bigger than yours. That's not my culture. That ain't even no American money. That ain't even That's the corporation money. That money just got printed a couple hundred years ago. How the hell is this my culture? So now we judge our status and our worth monetarily. What we own, assets, who got the bigger account. That's not our culture. You think the mound builder was checking their damn Navy Federal looking at their bank account? Oh nigga, we got a million coin in the bank. Look, they had storehouses for their wealth. Crops outside in the storehouse. That was their wealth. And if somebody was hungry, you sent them in the storehouse to get them something to eat. And they killed all of that. That's our culture. But now is, who got the best degrees? Oh, I got 2 PhDs. That shit cool now. I'm not saying it ain't cool, but don't think that is your culture. Don't you ever. Just use it to feed your family the way the shit's set up now and move around. But don't take that to the head like you better than your culture or your people. That's European success. Right? Okay. They do not worship planets, sun or moon, but raise their minds up wholly to the sky. Women and men are pious in behavior. Each one already is inclined to believe. 50 armed men, Columbus remarked the letter of the sovereigns could subdue them and make them do all you wish. But these intimidations or imperialism existed along with the ardent love for the new world. Now, we weren't no sun worshipers. We weren't no moon worshipers. We was not no damn sun and planet and moon worshipers. We just knew how astrology worked to help us on the planet. This is a natural calendar. This is a natural season changer. This is a natural showing me the time of year to do certain things that my people need to survive. This is a true clock. This clock don't lie. This calendar don't lie. We weren't worshiping it. We just showing you what this doing in the sky when this must go on the ground. What part of the sky your soul going to? Yeah, we did all that, but it wasn't worship. It was a nature thing, right? As above, so below. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Columbus was too good. A writer paints only a peaceful picture. He was not much to report in the way of monsters. He has heard of the tribe people without hair and the tribe of people with tails. Nothing really worth mentioning, but he tells the king about the cannibals who live in the fringes of paradisal people's territory, about the island of Amazons. An isle of women where they live alone. Though lovers come and use them, he says, they have no women arts. They draw their bow and arrows. The rumor of Amazons, possibly taken from the ancient literature, was to appear again and again in the reports of soldiers and missionaries. As late 1964, a Peruvian civil military expedition that included a Franciscan friar reported discovery of a tribe of giant men and women still in America, all the way up in a couple of hundred. This is recently, people. That's crazy. These giant people were still here. Columbus' account of the Indians, gentle and naked and beautiful, enchanted Europe. The myth of the Golden Age, the scriptural account of the Garden of Eden seemed to have come to life. Pope Alexander Borgia himself must have deeply impressed by the report he had received. He ordered the king of Spain to dispatch and said the mainlands and islands learn and honest men, fearful of God, to instruct the inhabitants and citizens of these lands in the Catholic faith and in good customs. In the same bull, he granted the king of Spain the part of the world west of the famous line of the demarcation. We grant those islands, the islands of the dominion, cities and places to you and your heirs. Now they're just giving away other people's land now, and the successors of kings of Castile, the conqueror of the world. Right? They're just giving away, they're just taking land, naming it after kings in Spain. Right? Columbus' account of the Indian, now, it's the bottom of this part. Papal states, just giving up, just taking land, right? It's something I want to show y'all. It issued edicts, Spain followed. Let me see. Spain followed them or not, as it liked. Priests were made by the Council of the Indies that was set up in 1524. Columbus, then when they get into Columbus, got into the Arawak. But anyway, the Papal States, right? When Columbus explored the Americas, the Papal States referred to the sovereign territories in central Italy, directly ruled by the Pope, who acted as both religious leader and secular monarch. The political power is directly connected to Christopher Columbus through a series of papal bulls. Papal bulls, they're just taking land, people, under the name of Christ, right? Issued by Pope Alexander, Papal States. Columbus returned this papal decree granted Spain the exclusive right to claim, colonize, and trade in the lands Columbus explored. This is the doctrine of discovery type stuff, right? All this shit is illegal. All this shit is illegal. All of it is illegal. The reason I'm telling y'all that, because people still flashing paperwork from an illegal corporation. Is people still on the internet flashing paperwork from these illegal corporations. In 2026, they still flashing these people paperwork. Like it's legal. Like we're going to use that to get our land back. It's foolishness. Right? It's rubbish. Right? Hold on. Papal decree granted by Spain. Let me show y'all something. Papal decree, papal bull has no legal authority in the United States and cannot enforce rules, override laws, or create mandates within the country. The Pope is considered the head of a foreign sovereign state, the Vatican, and his decree applies exclusively to the internal governments of Roman Catholic churches. Why are you niggas trying to talk about the papal voo and the sovereignty and the Moors? That shit don't got nothing to do with this land. It's just a lie they told each other to take shit. So why you want to teach me this shit? I ain't from Rome, nigga. I'm not from Rome. I'm not from the Vatican. No, it didn't end yesterday. It never begun. He's talking about 250 years in yesterday. That shit ain't never been legal. That's the lie somebody with some knowledge trying to kick. It gonna end in 250 years. That shit ended the day it was written. When it comes to a new land, it don't got no merit. Okay, this is what the people, see, a lot of people be trying to kick this shit about it went on 250 years. Listen to me. If I write a piece of paper and give it to Jungle Juice and tell Jungle Juice, if he go over there to the hood in Georgia with this paper decree, you own it. Jungle Juice, is that shit legal? Can I just give you a piece of paper that say, Jacob, we know the truth now, people. We can take land over there in Georgia. Is that shit legal? No. It might hold merit between me and Jungle Juice, because we some type of clique, but in real life, this shit ain't got no merit. I'm just really giving you a piece of paperwork to try to make you go take some shit. Either you're going to go for it or you're not. Because it's still illegal. It's still bullshit. Now, no legal authority in the United States. None. No legal authority on this land. It never had, it never did. Right? Now, who was the first people to take over the Southeast in Mexico? The Spanish. Where the paper voodoo come from? The paper degree come from? Through Spain. Through the Royal Catholic Church. The doctrine of discovery. European conquest of the Americas. Used by the U.S. Supreme Court to establish federal property laws regarding Native American land and rights. That shit was never legal to indigenous people. That shit go for Roman and European cultures. When you get off the boat, you follow their rules. If you own the land when they pull up, you don't follow nothing they got going on. You get it? So people who are trying to teach that we got to do paperwork for some shit that didn't exist before we was here, that is a waste of your time and your mind and your energy. It's content. It's good content to try to bait you in to watch this bullshit. But that paperwork don't got nothing to do with us. They are governing everybody who come after them. Not us. We don't got to sign shit. We really just need to kick their ass and it's over. We ain't got to sign a motherfucking thing. Right? If I sell my house and I already had it before paperwork existed, the paperwork is a trick to take my house. Right? I didn't sign no paper to get it. I was indigenous to the land. Right? Your ancestors make you own land, people. That's the law of the land. You got to write no paperwork. You got a mound out there, ancient ancestors buried out there on your land. There go my signature right there. There you go right there. Look at it. Go to that gravesite over there. Look at that signature. I signed it in dirt, nigga. I signed, my people signed that shit in dirt. We ain't signed no papers. We signed it in dirt. We right there. I took my finger and signed it right in the dirt. We were here before government was ever here. Your signature signed in the dirt. That's why you do your genealogy and find your people at and find your land. Your people buried in that land is your signature, nigga. How you think the Tunica Biloxi Indians got their mounds back? The signature of their ancestors written in the land. There's no paperwork do it. Roll the corn. There's no paperwork do it. How the melanated chief of the Tunica Biloxi get his land back from Louisiana? His DNA signature in the bones, in the mounds, match his. They broke their neck and gave him his land back. You better go read about it. All he did was going there with a lawyer, like, look, blood matching up with these bones, come on with it. You know what Louisiana did. Here you go, sir. Here's your land deeds. You can have the whole fucking Louisiana Tunica Biloxi State Park. Here you go. They gave the nigga the whole park. Hugged him in court and got the hell up out of there. That DNA and that name written in the land is going to get your shit back. The UN ain't going to do it. Chief Rarebird ain't going to do it. I love you, I'm in love with the Chief Rarebird, but you not going to do it. That shit ain't finna fly nowhere. I love you, but the truth is the goddamn truth. You better go find your people in that dirt. That's what you better go do. Because going over there to the UN getting paperwork, talking about you a goddamn Freemason Indian and all these old fuck all that goofy shit. You out here with your big ass Freemason shit and feathers on your head. What the fuck is all of that about? You ain't gotta do all that. What the fuck is Bro, listen, y'all. This shit is getting sad, bro. This shit turning into content. I ain't no motherfucking content creator. This shit is turning into content. My people died on their land. It turned into content. My great-grandma $2.5 million worth of tobacco field were taken and niggas making content. Trying to hold interest with bullshit knowledge. Somebody got to hold somebody accountable, bro. This is not content, bro. I don't get on here for content. I'm trying to teach my people some shit that been hidden from us. This is a popularity contest. I ain't trying to be popular. You ain't got to like me now one day, but I just want you to learn. Just learn. Just listen to what I say and then just go back and research it and learn. That's good enough for me right there. I done my job. I made great grandma proud. That's all I can do, bro. I'm just trying to make great grandma proud. That's it. Other than that, I don't give a fuck about all this content creation and who got the most followers and the most subscribers. Nah. I'm trying to teach my people their real history. It has been hidden forever. Being an Indian is just a part of it. And I respect it. And some people, that's all they talk about. But we bigger than that too. Do you know who we really is? I'm trying to teach it from the primordial waters in the mound all the way up to American Indians if I can. The Indian part of number like 15 or 20% of the history. To be honest with you. That's 400, 500 years of history. That ain't long enough. So I got to teach it from all the way back, all the way up into American Indians in the Southeast. right? And I'm not going through no government paperwork for no content. That government paperwork never gave a fuck about us. Why would I teach it today? They still unaliving us on the street, gunning indigenous people down on the street, and we talking about paperwork. From a illegal foreign government. If you see We Know the Truth Now teaching paperwork, y'all mass unfollow me, because the white folks then goddamn fuck me off. If I get on here talking about the sovereignty of if I get on here kicking some sovereignty knowledge, y'all block me. Block my ass, because they done got me. They done got me. They the young Pharaoh, the nigga. It's over with. Just take my old videos and learn off of them the new ones and block them motherfuckers out. I'm going to tell y'all gangster shit. I'm on some real shit. If you see me teaching that sovereign, we from Egypt shit, and if I switch up, y'all, they got me. So what y'all do is start at the date where them videos stop on YouTube and everything over there, it's over. Go back into the old gangster shit. Don't listen to that new shit. I'm putting this shit on record. Could these people be fucking with certain people, bro? Bro, ever since I've been on the internet, it been some weird shit happening. I don't talk about it, but boy, it's some frog men looking, motherfuckers all up the street looking on the other, binoculars and funny ass cars on my street. Internet doing funny shit, TV cutting off and on. What the fuck is going on? So you can never say what the fuck. So if I come up missing or just truth down and committed suicide, don't believe that shit. They on my ass, bro. Y'all better tear this motherfucker up. I ain't do it. It ain't gonna never get that bad. My grandma told me it ain't gonna never get that bad. So I'm just giving y'all the message for it's because I'm telling y'all, what I'm teaching y'all is the most powerful information ever to hit the internet, people. Martin Luther King was teaching Christianity and they still unalived them. And that's their religion. What they gonna do to me? I'm 50 times worse than him. Malcolm X teaching Islam, what they done to him. And that's one of their religions too. I'm teaching you from this land and you gonna take it back worth $50 trillion. I am an enemy of the state, people. The corporation. I'm telling y'all, okay. The corporation got rich off your land. The corporation has massive power. This shit real, bro. I get on here and talk this shit. I be risking my motherfucking life every day talking this shit. A lot of people think this shit a joke. I just don't give a fuck. That's why I'm different. Do what you must do. Handle your business. I'm just handling mine for great grandma. So y'all handle y'all's, I'm gonna handle mine, and whatever come for it, that's what it is. But like Tupac said, if I just spark the mind of the right niggas to get to the right point in the future, if I'm gone and I sparked them, I done my job. Just like Tupac said. And I know I done sparked some shit. I know I have. Too many people know too much now. I see mound videos all over TikTok. My whole exploration page is mounds. Niggas tagging me in mounds. Truth now, look at this. Truth, mound. Elementary school on the mounds. The jail on the mounds. The sheriff office on the mound. Bro, I be like, whoa, video. And I'm downloading all the videos. Because I'm going to make a massive, long YouTube video, all mounds. Yeah, I'm on that type of time. I sparked the interest. I sparked the mind. I put it in your eye for you to see the truth. Grandma, I love you. I did my part. Now, I'm gonna try to do more if I'm here to do more. But I'm telling y'all, this shit ain't sweet like you think it is. I'm just built a certain type of way. I don't give a fuck. Right? I'm just a Mississippi country boy. I don't give a fuck. Put me out there by great grandma, I'm good. But I'm going out. I'm going out. If it gonna come to that, everybody going. So just don't say the truth now. Just went out now. The truth went out like a motherfucking warrior, a shot clock warrior. But he could talk to you. But I'm telling y'all, this information is powerful, and these people don't want us to talk about this. They want us to talk about normal, everyday shit. They paperwork, they history, British kings, royalty over there in Britain. I'm not talking about none of this shit. What the fuck am I gonna go research a British melanated king for? I don't give a damn. Cause I know y'all got that royal bloodline from us. I might well go research my own people. We're wasting time on other people's nonsense. They ain't never gave us shit. Why are they gonna start giving us some shit now? They not. That is an illusion in your head that you think some paperwork gonna get you something. They ain't never gave you shit. So some paperwork gonna make them give you something. Nah, bro. You better get it how Tyson got the belt. How Tyson got the belt. That's how the only way you gonna get it. Or you trace your family down and you find where your family is on these ancient lands and stuff on top of your family. And you get some real matches with their blood in your veins to them people in that grave or in that mound. They can't do nothing about that. That's where your genealogy got to lead you back to the land. Take your genealogy, lean it back to the land, write down all them goddamn cemeteries and all these little spots where your people buried, and you get in your car on the weekend and you go traveling. And you go see where this stuff at. And see who owned that land at one point in time and go through the roads for that. Once you find genealogy, you go through the land path, the land roads. You might have $1 billion worth of land, them people sitting right on it. Your ancestor buried right there in the center of their front yard. I've seen it before, people. Them people go right in there. They get it some kind of way they get it. And boy, them people got to come up off their land as soon as they get the DNA match. I don't give a damn if an airport out there. Bitch, I need the 747s out there. Nigga out there like, I need the jets. All this shit, man. Or y'all can keep it. Y'all just pay me $50 million a year to keep it. Put some stone around my grandma, my great-great-great-grandma funeral thing over there. And y'all pay me $50 million to keep it. And when I feel like it, I'm gonna kick y'all ass off. That's what your genealogy is about, people. It's not about getting on the internet acting like you've done more research than somebody else and some paperwork. No. You trace it back to the fucking clay, the dirt, the grass, the corn, the greens, where you can trace it back to the earth. Then you match your DNA. I don't even care how you got to do it. You got to go out there, sneak out there and get it. You better go out there and get it. Roll the corn. That's what this is about. When you get that, that trumps all government. That trump government. I ain't got to sign a loose leaf piece of paper to get their ass in. Boy, y'all better get the fuck about it. That's what truth been trying to teach the whole time. Mississippi's so corrupt, they just push the court case back every year. I'm going to be there every year. Y'all better keep pushing it back, hunter-gatherers, because I'm still going to pay that lawyer and I'm coming to the court case. I don't give a damn, you push it to 2042. I mean, that bitch old. Yo, I want mines. Yo, keep pushing it back, you crooked motherfuckers. I'm still coming. Every year. Do you see what I'm talking about? I've been done mine. They keep pushing it back. They keep pushing it back, pushing it back. Well, boy, one day is coming. I done my genealogy to trace the land that my people own. I want all that back. That's the only way I can get some spiritual healing out of it, people. Me just knowing it ain't enough. Oh, I know where my people at. They go to mounds, they go to the cemetery. Okay, I can go by there and say goodbye to grandma. I mean, say hi to grandmama. That's cool. But boy, it's bigger than that for me. I want to put a family fucking resort out there where my people buried at. That's when I get healed from this shit. We trying to heal from this shit. That's the only way I can feel I can heal. Love y'all, and I'm in love with you, man. Y'all have a great day. Hope y'all learned something. If you missed this live, go to my YouTube and you can rewatch it because I'll be putting these receipts on here so y'all keep these receipts on some type of, go through these videos and get these receipts. But that's what it's about, y'all. Genealogy, land, then you trying to get your people land back, bro. Only thing that makes sense to me. Everything else is a scam. Everything else is bullshit and content and trash. Right? That's how I look at it now. It's misdirection. It's not worth it. Right? Y'all hit me up for the t-shirts. Hit me in my DM. I think 100, or I think not 100. I think like 40 orders going out Monday and Tuesday. So all the people that ordered it, it'll be there this week. So y'all holler at me, man. Y'all be safe. Love you, I'm in love with you. Roll the corn. We know the truth, man.